This truck, which is a Toyota Tundra, when I purchased it, had a little over 200,000 miles on it. However, I did a little bit of research on these vehicles, and I found out that if you take care of them, meaning that if you keep up regular maintenance on these vehicles and you don't mess with them, like go off-roading with them and really treat them bad, they'll last 400, 500,000 miles. So I'm very confident that I got a great deal. And to let you know what I paid for it, I paid $11,000 even for it, which was roughly anywhere between $3,000 to $4,000 below what the Blue Book is on this vehicle, even with 200,000+ miles on it. So what I'm going to do with this vehicle was, and it took a lot of thinking and a lot of planning for this to happen, I'm going to invest a lot of money in this vehicle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a prepping / homesteader vehicle. And what do I mean by that? Well, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a plow on this. I already ordered the plow, and they're actually going to start installing it tomorrow on Monday. And I've been told several times by community members, why don't you get yourself a plow? Why don't you get a plow? And I was just afraid to spend so much money on one piece of equipment that is only going to be used for one thing. However, thinking about it, I would rather spend that money now instead of spend twice as much of it in 2 or 3 years when I really start needing one and I get older than what I could buy it for now. So the first thing that's going to go on this is a plow. Now let me show you what I've got planned for the back. Now, as you can see, this is where I keep my water tank. And one of the things that I really don't like about having the water tank in the bed like this is that it gets all full of snow. And the water tank gets all icy and things like that. So what I did was I ordered a topper for it. The topper that I ordered is going to be one of those big toppers that has a high ceiling. It's not going to be the streamlined topper, but it'll be a big topper with a high ceiling that will allow this tank to fit in there without any problems. However, I ordered something else that is going to be really cool, and let me show you what that is. So as you can see there, the floor of my truck bed is full of ice and everything. Well, the topper is going to take care of that. However, I found this system that's called a deck system, and what it is an actual false floor. And what I mean by a false floor is a system that comes up about 12 inches up from the floor of the bed, and it will hold up to 2,000 pounds on top of it. So it's like a false floor that will hold at least 2,000 pounds on top of it, which is great because 200 gallons, of water weighs around 1,700 pounds or so. Now, the reason that I ordered the large topper for this truck is to go ahead and mitigate the 1 foot from the bottom to the top, and then from the bottom of this tank to the top of it, to make sure that it doesn't touch the ceiling of the topper. So those are a few of the things that I have planned for this vehicle. I'm planning on keeping it until the wheels rot off, and I am sure that all of the things that I'm purchasing for it, not only am I getting them at today's prices, but I'm pretty sure that here in the future, in the next few years especially, that they'll be going for about twice as much as what I'm paying for them today.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I got my truck back, and I couldn't be happier with what was done to it. The plow is a Western 7.5 foot plow.
And this is a hydraulic plow, which is pretty cool because you get to work it from the inside. You don't have to come outside when it's cold or when it's snowy and change the direction of the plow. You get to work it while it's inside. It has halogen headlights. I could have upgraded these to LED headlights, but I decided to just stick with the halogens because I kind of like the softness of the halogen instead of the very sharp brightness of the LED. So as you can see here, it also has high beams on the headlamps, so that is pretty cool. And here is our hydraulic box. So that's where all the hydraulics are. And like I said, it's very easy to take apart. So what I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to show you how to work it. It's so easy how to work. And the reason I'm doing this is just in case some of you have never had any experience with this, just like myself, so that you can at least see how these things work. That way, next time you see somebody plowing a road somewhere, you'll know what it is that they're using and what they're doing. So when they put the plow on, they go ahead and wire in this trigger. And what this trigger does is very simple. All you do with this one is to turn it on. You go ahead and turn it on right here, and you'll see that little red light come on. And then all you have to do is just, if you want the plow to go up, you push up. If you want it to go down, you push down. All right, to go up, you push up. And then you can actually do it sideways too. So right now I'm going to do it towards the passenger side, which is really cool. And then also to the driver's side. And then once you're done with it, you can do two things. You can either leave it be and it'll turn off on its own after like 5 minutes, or you can just turn it off yourself. See that? The little light came off. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The way this is made is so that if you want, you can actually disconnect it from there and take this inside or leave it outside. You're okay with leaving this outside during negative temperatures. It won't do any harm to it. So what I've done is I've just gone ahead and put it around my steering wheel like this. And that's how I left it right there. It's like that, it's out of the way, and I don't have to worry about disconnecting it every time from here and wearing out that connection. Ladies and gentlemen, besides the plow, let me go ahead and show you what everything else looks like that I put on this truck, or I paid to have put on this truck. As you can see, the topper, it's a Lear topper. It's the biggest one that they had for this truck's model. And it's very nice. As you can see, it's sitting really high. What are you doing, Victor? Oh my goodness, is that the Russian flag? All right.
Sickle and hammer.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the topper is a Lear topper, and I got the biggest one so that my water tank over here would be able to fit inside with no problem. All right, so we're going to open that up here in a second, but let me go ahead and also show you that I had them install some real heavy duty running boards. These are actually the running boards that they install in the fire department's vehicles and the law enforcement vehicles. And these are like diamond cut steel. At least I think that's what they told me, but they're very heavy duty and they can definitely hold me, so I know they're heavy duty. Now, the best part about this upgrade, ladies and gentlemen, is yet to come. And let me go ahead and show you what that is. These toppers, ladies and gentlemen, are so nice. And look at that, made in the USA. The topper is actually made in California. So it took a couple of months for me to get this topper after I ordered it. And by the way, those running boards, I had put those on a couple of months ago. And as you can see, the inside is very nice. Very nice. It's got these nice windows on the side, a couple on, or one on each side that you can actually open, and then two bigger ones on each side as well. So you can see there's a wiring harness right there. That's because the topper has a light on the back as well. And ladies and gentlemen, this is, I think, the coolest part of this upgrade. What you're looking at here is called a deck system. And what this is a storage compartment or a storage container that can hold up to 2,000 pounds on top. So I'll be able to put my water tank on top of this with no problem. They also installed some rails so that I can tie down my water tank. So they installed them on each side. And this deck system is a compartment system that you can open up and store stuff in. And as you can see, it goes way back there. It also comes with these dividers and with these, I guess you can call them a toolbox. But it comes with two of them. And each of these can hold up to 200 pounds inside of them and still slide in and out very nicely. This is actually the part that I'm most excited about. I guess I'm also excited about the topper because now I'm not going to be getting any snow or leaves or junk in the back of my truck like I used to. Now these, you just let them go. Just slam them in there, they get right in. And in addition to that, ladies and gentlemen, I had them spray on some Rhino spray, and it came out very nice. As you can see, the spray is still fresh, but it's already cured. And they did my entire bed all the way around. As well as my tailgate, as you can see. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like. I spent a pretty penny on it. I had a lot of savings that I was keeping for a rainy day, but I figured that instead of letting it sit and depreciate more and more as the days go on, that I take that money and invest it in this, because this is going to make my life a lot easier for many years to come. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think I should add to the deck system as far as storing in there. I have an idea of putting a few things in there already. Like, I'm going to keep my silky saws in there. I'm thinking of incorporating a solar generator in there, and maybe one day putting some solar panels up on top of the roof of the topper. But that's for the days and months and maybe even years to come. Thank you very much for joining in today, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm out.